It's not the big one suitable for photographs.
It's the numbers that count.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So we're going to do, oh, we also have another presentation. There you go.
Hi, I'm Tracy, and I'm a community liaison with Assemblyman Pete Lopez's office. Assemblyman Lopez is very sorry he couldn't be here to offer his congratulations personally. He asked me to attend today to present this New York State Assembly citation celebrating the grand opening of the hotel and tavern. I appreciate you all welcoming me, and on behalf of the Assemblyman, congratulations again on the successful completion of the Diamond Mills Hotel and Tavern.
Okay, so we're going to, before we actually cut the ribbon, Q&A. No questions? Good. We're going to go right to it. All right.
Just like the permit here.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
I had a question on the Restore grant. It's fabulous. You said that was the last installment. What was the full amount of the grant?
This is $780,000, and I think this is the full amount for this project, but I'm not sure. Is it? You guys would know. Yeah, because it was, in fairness, the grant was done before, I just started this job for the governor last year,
Right.
and this project's been going, so it's before that. But I think that's it.
I mean, we're open to addition.
Yeah, I knew he would say that. The process of that, it's an interesting one. So we went through the grant process, and it's a few years ago. I have to think back, but it's a few years, and it's one of those grants that, as he said, you need to go ahead and develop your project, so there's no mistaking that the money goes towards the project. So that's how it went. So it's at least 3 years ago, maybe more, that we applied for this grant, with the village's help. We brought in a grant writer to do that.
It's a very important point that I just want to put a footnote on that Tom mentioned, which maybe was sort of, it bears underscoring. This is part of our approach to economic development in New York State now under Governor Cuomo's leadership that we call pay for performance. For the most part, this is a good example. The hotel is done, the paint's dry, the building is done, and then we present the check. Just think about that as taxpayers for a moment, as opposed to other programs in other states or even other programs in New York State and perhaps several years ago, where state government would kind of bet on a project and take your money as taxpayers and put it up front. So we don't put your money up front and put the risk on the taxpayer. We wait, it's pay for performance, so Tom has clearly performed here in a phenomenal way, and so now that's your money. That check is your money. So he's completed all the terms of the deal, and now he qualifies, and now we cut the check. So that timing issue runs throughout our economic development programs in New York State now. And again, just as taxpayers, I think that's an important thing to recognize. You do the deal, you complete the terms of the agreement, you've performed, then you get paid.
Yes, ma'am.
During the process of this project, have you put any thought into the environmental footprint as to alternative energy sources such as solar?
Well, we haven't looked at solar so much because if you probably noticed that we are on the waterfall here, and we do have an application in with the federal government, organization known as FERC, Federal Energy Regulatory. It's more complicated than that even, and it's a multiple year application. It's the average in the United States is 5 to 7 years to see one of those applications go through. We are, as Mike says, we tend to push the envelope to get things done a little quicker than others, but we're into that at least 3 years now, and so that's our plan for energy for this building once that is approved. Hydroelectric. Yes, sir.
What's the total private investment cost of this project?
It's a little less than $15 million.
But probably not much.
We still have a little left to buy those glasses, though. But just enough.
These are good.
They're nice, right? Yeah, no,
There's 4.
eyeglasses.
Oh,
The eyeglasses.
eyeglasses.
Anything else? So we're gonna do the famous ribbon cutting here, which is a photo op, and then we're gonna take a tour. What we'll do is we'll tour. Obviously, this is the project is this is the ballrooms, which is separates into 4 separate rooms. And those who might have been here for the Benedictine event that was held the 1st of December will actually see the building complete. We actually, when you walked in, we had drapes over all those walls because they weren't done. So that was what Mike was talking about. It's not quite being ready, but we managed to fool them there, and they've re-upped for next year, so good for us. And they'll see the whole place. We'll charge them a little more. But then we'll stroll through the tavern. You'll see that project there, and it has a lounge upstairs and some offices, and then we've got we have a bridal room above this here with a conference room, etc. So we might split up a little bit and go in separate directions, right? Bridget will take a group that'll go that way first, and I'll take a group that'll go this way first, and then we'll walk over to the hotel. We'll show you some of the rooms over there, and then what we'll expect you to do then is make reservations to come back and see us, right? So we'll do the ribbon cutting now. What do you think?